because I do this every time and I don't actually turn on my audio. If you are here, thank you for joining me. Last week, if you were here, we had some technical difficulties. We had to end early and we were going over what is in the black bag. And it's really cool. It's really applicable to what we do here at Highland, or somewhat applicable. And so if you can hear me, let me know that you can hear me. That would be helpful. But what I was saying is we have 3 things that you can choose from. We're going to pick a lucky winner at the end who's still with us. Awesome. Glad you can hear us. So if you are here at the end, we're going to be doing the drawing at the end. So what I had asked when I was on mute and you couldn't really read my lips was, if you're here, can you share this? Share this with your friends. Send it to people. Let them know that we're live. We're going to be going over a few things. One in particular is just sharing something fun that I found in my shed. A little family heirloom, if you want to call that, or a family, I don't know, something fun. It's in the black bag, and so we're going to be going over that. So I'm going to give a couple minutes to people who are still coming on. Like I said, we're on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. But what I want to show you, is this bad boy right here, okay? This I found in my storage shed. I was going through everything and, doing some spring cleaning, and I found this thing, and I lifted it up, and it broke. This thing is so old. It's like from the early 1900s. And so I opened it up and I forgot that I even had this stuff. My mom gave it to me years ago and thought that it would be cool for me to have. So I just found it and I want to share what's in the bag. Now, for those of you who've come into the clinic, you've come back to the back room to see it because our live feed was not working for us. But I am not really into like family history, but I learned something about my family. And the first thing that I pulled out in here was this little black book. And in this little black book, I was like, all right, this is maybe a little journal. It is a prescription pad. And in this prescription pad, it's a pad by Dr. William Anderson. Now, the Andersons in my family go back, my great-great-great-grandpa is William Anderson. And apparently, he was a medical doctor. And not just any type of medical doctor. He was an OBGYN. And I thought that this was cool. Yeah, we're in different fields, but at Highland we see a lot of pregnant moms, right? We help so many pregnant moms. And I found a book. This is from 1909. And in this book, this is all obstetrics. And it was really crazy cool because this book was printed a long time ago, yet the drawings in here, these are all pencil sketches that have been printed. And I don't know why, but for some reason, I was like, did they even have color? Did they even have color back in the day? Let me show you something if I can find it here real quick. They just have it's just like really cool. And again, I'm not really a history guy, but I thought this was awesome. Okay, found it. But like they had color back in 1909. Am I the only one that feels like it's all black and white? But anyway, so this was really cool. This was like the go-to. This has diagnosis. This has what to do in the event that a baby's breech, what to do in the event that a baby's transverse and now you're ready to deliver. Like everything. This is it. Like this is all that they had. And so that was crazy. The other thing was what they call squib, or squib manufacturer, anesthetic. This is called ether squib. And so I was like, oh, that's cool. It's an empty bottle of ether. Well, if you don't know what ether is, it is something that can basically knock you out, right? They did this and they used this to knock you out so that you would not feel pain. And so it was an anesthetic. So this here, if you can hear that, is full of ether. And the other day, I was with Dr. Sagley and Dr. Peterson back here, and I was like, I wonder how this works. And I started trying to open it, and both of them kind of like backed up and were like, oh, I don't want to pass out. But I think you have to puncture it, and I'm not going to puncture it. I don't really feel like huffing ether today or ever. But that was really cool. So I'm going to have this stuff here in the office. for display. If you guys would like to see it when you come in, you can check it out. You cannot take this. You cannot take this beyond the desk. But Liz, you said you love old medical books like that. Yeah, Liz, when you come in, you should check this book out. It's crazy cool, really super cool. And let's see, another fun thing. Oh, this was awesome. So I opened this up and I was like, oh, okay. So this is a little syringe, right? A reusable syringe, mind you. And I took this top off here. They have like a little cap to go over where the needle will go on. And last time I thought that I broke this. So I was unscrewing this. And on the top here, this is where he had his reusable needles. And so I don't know if you can see that or if you can see this other one here. Come on. There's a lot bigger needle. Maybe you can see that a little bit better. But these needles are just right here in the shaft of this syringe. And so I was like, oh, I wonder how many people these have been used on. Like how many people have actually been injected with this syringe. Hygiene has come a long way. Definitely has come a long way. So that was in this little pouch, and so I thought that was cool. And then the other thing that I came across was this. So at first I was like, okay, this is like a flask for when things are hard and mom's in labor and he's stressed out, you can just tip it back. But then I opened it up and I was like, okay, that's not a flask. This actually opens up and it just has these slots and it has this little like section that would hold something down. And I was like, well, maybe business cards. But then I saw wrappers at the end and just feeling it's kind of like, kind of dirty. And so I looked it up and this is a cigarette holder. So how about your doctor helping you deliver your baby and just smoking one just because he's stressed out, she's stressed out. And so I thought that was kind of crazy. Health has come a long way. It is not healthy to smoke. Those of you that do know it, or those of you that don't know it as well. But I thought that was interesting. So my great-great-great-grandpa, he was a smoker. He was a smoker. It was healthy back then. Now this one is kind of broken up. And again, medical devices have come a long way. Oh, I don't know if that was earwax coming out of there. I haven't put this on. I think I might have just witnessed some of my grandpa's great-great-great-grandpa's earwax. Anyway, this was a stethoscope. This is the rubber tubing. It's very brittle. It's like, yeah, it just like peels off. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. But this used to connect and this would go on the lungs, on the heart to be able to hear the sounds. I wish there was a way to connect this in some way, but I've now put these in my ears. So anyway, that was kind of interesting. So stethoscope. The next thing, let's see here. Man, there are a lot of tools. I hope to heaven that this is never used for delivering a baby. I honestly have no idea what it is. It looks rusted and sharp and looks like something that should be used on a farm, but not in a medical situation for a human. But like I said, things have come a long way. And I mean, just a lot of tools like this where it's, you know, I don't know. I mean, I can assume a lot. Maybe what I'll do is I'll have one of my friends who's an MD, OB, that will come in and help us figure out all of this stuff. But let me see. There's something else that I wanted to show you. Oh, yeah, this was cool. So there was a container of super bandages. Not just regular bandages, super bandages. And in here are a bunch of unused, luckily, unused bandages. And I decided to open one up last week. And so they come individually wrapped in here. And I learned a little bit of backstory. I'm trying to think, Dr. Sagley told me the backstory of where the bandage came from and how it really hasn't changed too much, right? We've got this backing, you've got the gauze to essentially be on the wound, and then it's breathable on the backside, and you know, then the adhesive. This is obviously not sticky anymore. But I learned that the inventor of the Band-Aid, he came home from work, and his wife was not really a cook, and so she was chopping things up, and she would always have cuts on her fingers. Well, he would take gauze and then tape it, basically like tape on her finger and wrap it around, and it would just be like that. Well, he knew that that was going to happen every single day, and so he ended up putting gauze on tape and basically pre-making these bandages. And so after she cut herself, she could just take that and wrap around and be really quick and easy to patch on the wound. Well, that caught on as the Band-Aid, and the Band-Aid was created just because she was not aware on how to use cutlery very well. So I thought that was interesting. Now, this is one that I need your help. I need your help in figuring out what this is for. This is called stove mica. And the stove mica is just this little sheet, these little sheets of mica, if you can see that. I have no idea what these were used for. I could only anticipate that it was used for some sort of, I don't know, like I have no idea. Dr. Peterson, what is stove mica used for?
I don't know. Blood samples or something?
Yeah.
Look through a microscope?
Yeah, like maybe if you were to take a blood sample, drop it on here, that's got to be it.
Yeah.
Dr. Peterson knows everything. He knows it all. So stove mica, I mean, if somebody can prove me wrong, I'll take that, or prove us wrong. So I thought that was really cool. Now these stove micas, they cost 20 cents. They are 20 cents each, which seems like a lot for mica. Let me see what else we got. I have to be really careful in this thing because, well, these are old scalpels. I haven't opened this yet, but there are a couple scalpels floating around in there that I found, but man, good as new. Check that out. That's a scalpel blade from the early 1900s. It's pretty dang good, right? That looks good. Reminds me of my schooling days. Did you guys have labs where you do dissections in school? Yeah?
Yep.
Yeah, I don't think that they do that anymore. We would do live dissections. So, okay, let me be careful. I don't want to be jabbed by this. Okay, give me a second, guys. Give me a second. This, I have no clue. This is in case your joints get oil, like they need oil, like the Tin Man.
That's like the...
Like a syringe?
No, I think this is for a blood pressure cuff.
Aha, yeah. So this was, yeah, this had tubing connected to it, and so this was the blood pressure cuff, and that would make sense because this is the pressure. This is the pressure monitor right here. Man, these things are old, so cool. Like, what in the world? So this is your blood pressure cuff. Yeah, this is the release valve right here. So that's a cool one. I actually didn't know that one before. Let me see. I don't know. I'll tell you what I'm going to do is I'm going to have this stuff out on display just to kind of share and show with everybody because, like I said, I'm not really a history guy, but I think that that's pretty cool. Supposedly the guy that added the holes to the Band-Aids to allow them to breathe lives in Eagle, Idaho. We should go shake his hand and tell him thank you for letting our wounds breathe. But we're going to let that be all of this on display. Yeah, a lot of stuff. I think that I had some forceps in here that help with baby delivery. Oh, this is one that I brought up last time. Is that true what you told me?
No idea.
You just made it up?
Yeah.
So this little driver, we don't know what this is used for. Maybe my great-great-great-grandfather was working in his yard as well and brought a tool to work. But this is like a spade of some sort. Just a big old nail. Let me see if there's anything else. Anything else that, man, I wanted to find those scalpels. There are a bunch of blades in here, but. Okay. Some of these things actually haven't changed very much, but it's interesting to see. Yeah, there's no way. I mean, this is a chisel. I don't know anybody who's using this in labor and delivery. Anybody know? I don't know. Okay. We'll let everybody kind of help us figure that one out, but yeah, and just a lot of other cool toys or tools, I should say, not toys, that we have in there. So that is what is contained in the black bag, and I am glad that we had uninterrupted stream here so that we could show that to everybody. The next time that we do this, we are going to be talking more specifically and shifting over to pediatrics and talking about colic, because we have a specific colic program, much of which we give our patients for free. And so especially if you know somebody who's dealing with colic or their baby's dealing with colic, make sure that they like and follow Highland Chiropractic, whether it's on YouTube, if it's on Instagram, or on Facebook, because next week when we go live, we're going to be talking about the colic program that we will give to them absolutely free. It's an online program, and then there's also a portion that isn't free but can help as well, and that's what we call the Colic Relief Secrets program. So if you guys wanted to let them know, that would be great, and join us next week. And if you are here right now, I know that we just have a few, but we are going to be doing a giveaway, like I said, for the Amazon Kindle, Echo Dot, or the Comcast Ultra. Chromecast Ultra. So if you are here, all you have to do is type in the chat, say I'm here. We've got people on YouTube, on Facebook, and on Instagram. And then we're going to pick a random person with a little random generator here. And then we'll be good to go for today. So let me pull this up here and see who is with us still. There we go. There we go. Okay. And I'm going to try to track down the guy who invented, or not invented the Band-Aids, but put the holes in the Band-Aid. That's pretty cool if he's down in Idaho. We've got a lot of hidden treasures in Idaho that we need to discover here tonight. Okay. So Liz Byers, I'm still here. Definitely need to schedule an appointment to see the bag now. Yeah, it's cool. And, okay, so Liz is here. Anybody else that wants to chime in? I know that we, in the beginning, we had some issues with our audio, but we should, yeah. So put in the comments, and we will pick a random number. Lauren is here. She can't believe that I put the stethoscope in my ears. So when I picked up the stethoscope, some stuff fell out of it, and I was like, ooh, that might be my grandpa's earwax. Great. So, okay, so we've got a few people. All right, let me put in a random number generator. Random number generator. We've just got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Let it generate. Oh, wait, let me assign everybody numbers. There we go. Okay. And while I'm waiting for this, if you guys have something that you'd like to be addressed in an event or have us talk about, let us know, because that kind of helps us give content that we know that we'll want. We're also going to be talking about, so the week after next, we've got a guest that's going to be joining us. And then starting into the spring and summertime, we're going to be talking and discussing vitamin D. Excuse me, vitamin D, integrating a little bit of coronavirus for those of you who are still scared and worried about coronavirus. We will help put your at ease. All right, go on here. Yeah, you guys have great odds. So let me see, just double check that we've got everybody. Okay, there we go. All right, run random number generator, generate it. Number 3. Okay, and that is Liz. Liz Byers. Random number generator goes to Liz Byers. So whether it's the Kindle or the Chromecast, it is yours, just for being with us today. So thanks for joining us, guys. I appreciate you being here. Like I said, we're going to be doing this week, and I want you guys to be here, share it with others so that we can have more participation. And let me see if there's anything else. No, we are set. We look forward to seeing you guys soon in the office. Liz, all you have to do is come in, check out the bag, pick up your prize. But thank you for joining us today, and we look forward to seeing you all soon.